Right now, there are AI agents that write your code, respond to your emails, run your entire sales pipeline, do hours of research in minutes, and manage your calendar, all without you asking them twice. And most people have never heard of them. In the next 15 minutes, you're going to see exactly which AI agents are dominating in 2026, what makes each one actually powerful, and, most importantly, which ones are worth your time and which ones are pure hype. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which agent to use for your specific situation. Stay until the end because the last one on this list might be the most underrated tool available right now. Before we get into it, if you find this useful, drop a like right now. Leave a comment telling me which category you need an agent for, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. It takes 2 seconds and helps more than you think. Let's start with something that separates this video from every other best AI tools list you've seen. Most lists just rank tools by popularity. That's not what we're doing here. We're going to look at agents by what they actually do, by use case, because the best coding agent is completely useless if what you need is a sales agent, and the best research agent won't help if your problem is customer support. So here's how we're organizing this. We're going to cover 4 categories: coding agents, research agents, business automation agents, and personal productivity agents. Within each category, we'll go deep on what works, what the real limitations are, and who it's actually for. Let's go. Category 1: coding agents. This is the most mature category. Developers have been using AI for coding longer than any other profession, and in 2026, the tools have reached a level that would have seemed impossible 2 years ago. The king of this category right now is not a simple autocomplete tool. It's a full agent that understands your entire code base, plans multi-file changes, writes the code, runs the tests, fixes the failures, and opens a pull request, all from a single instruction in plain English. The most widely adopted tool in this space has become the baseline that developers compare everything else against. Its main strength is flow. Autocomplete that feels fast and genuinely useful, a chat interface that lives directly inside the editor, and the ability to handle feature changes, refactors, tests, and bug fixes with minimal friction. Developers trust it for small to medium tasks, and the experience of using it doesn't feel like fighting a tool. It feels like pairing with someone who already knows the codebase. But here's what most people miss about coding agents. The real differentiator is not which model they use, it's how well they manage context. Your codebase is massive. No AI can hold all of it in memory at once. The best coding agents have learned to pull in the right files, the right functions, the right history, so that when they make a change, they're not doing it blind. They understand the system they're working in. There's also a completely different type of coding agent worth mentioning, one that operates autonomously from a task description. You assign it a GitHub issue, it reads the issue, explores the relevant code, writes a fix, runs tests in a sandboxed environment, pushes to a branch, and opens a pull request. You don't touch it. When you come back, there's a PR waiting for your review. The limitation is real. These agents work best on bounded, well-specified tasks. Ambiguous requirements produce low-quality output. If the task is fix this bug, the agent performs. If the task is redesign the architecture, the agent struggles. Knowing this distinction is the difference between using these tools effectively and being disappointed by them. Category 2: research agents. This is where things get genuinely exciting, because research is one of those tasks that used to take hours and now takes minutes if you're using the right agent. The best research agents in 2026 don't just search the web and paste results at you. They plan a research strategy, run multiple searches, read full documents, extract key findings, identify contradictions between sources, and synthesize everything into a structured output. Here's what that actually looks like in practice. You give the agent a topic. Let's say you want a competitive analysis of the top 5 players in a specific market. A basic search tool gives you 10 blue links. A research agent does this. It identifies what information it needs, runs targeted searches, reads the actual pages, cross-references the data, notices that 2 sources contradict each other and notes the discrepancy, and then produces a structured report with findings organized by category, with sources cited. The difference in output quality is not incremental, it's an order of magnitude better. The limitation with research agents, and this is critical, is that they can still hallucinate when their search results are incomplete. The best agents are transparent about this. They flag when they couldn't find reliable data on something, rather than filling the gaps with confident-sounding fabrications. When you're evaluating a research agent, watch how it handles uncertainty. That's where the real quality difference shows up. One more thing, the best research agents also learn what you care about. They don't just answer the question, they start to understand the context behind your questions. That cumulative intelligence, built up over time, is what makes them genuinely useful rather than just fast. Category 3. Business automation agents. This category is exploding. Analysts predicted that by 2026, 40% of enterprise applications would feature task-specific AI agents. We're seeing that come true right now. Business automation agents live at the intersection of AI and workflow. They connect to your existing tools, your CRM, your email, your calendar, your databases, and they operate within those systems, not just alongside them. The most powerful example is the sales agent. A sales agent doesn't just draft emails, it monitors your CRM, identifies leads that haven't been followed up, drafts personalized outreach based on the lead's profile and history, sends the email at the optimal time, logs the interaction, and updates the record, all automatically. Your sales team wakes up to a report of what was sent, who responded, and what the next recommended action is. This is not a concept. These systems are running in real companies right now, and the data is clear. Teams using them are closing more deals without adding headcount. Customer support is another area where business automation agents have proven their value. Not the old generation of rigid chatbots that infuriated customers with scripted responses. The new agents actually understand the customer's problem, look up their account history, check the order status, resolve straightforward issues completely autonomously, and know when something is complex enough to escalate to a human, with full context provided to the human agent so the customer doesn't have to repeat themselves. The security consideration here is real and important. The best enterprise agents operate within what's called a trust layer. They have defined access. They can read certain data, write to certain records, trigger certain actions, but they cannot go outside those boundaries. Without this, you're not deploying an AI agent, you're deploying a liability. Now, let's talk about what nobody tells you when they recommend AI agents, the honest evaluation criteria you should use before choosing one. First, does it do one thing extremely well or many things mediocrely? Specialization wins in 2026. The agents that try to do everything tend to do nothing particularly well. If you have a specific pain point, coding, research, inbox management, customer support, find the agent that was built specifically for that. Second, how does it handle failure? This is the most important test, and almost nobody applies it. Put the agent in a situation where it shouldn't be confident. Give it a vague task or ask it something outside its knowledge. Does it admit uncertainty? Does it ask for clarification? Does it flag that it couldn't find reliable information? Or does it plow ahead and produce something that sounds confident but is wrong? The answer to this question tells you more about the quality of the agent than any benchmark. Third, what does it cost per outcome, not per month? Subscription pricing makes agent costs feel flat and predictable, but the real number is, what does it cost to accomplish the task you actually need done? Some agents that look expensive per seat are actually cheaper per outcome because they succeed on the first attempt. Some that look cheap fail repeatedly and require constant correction, making them far more expensive in practice. Here's the meta point that ties all of this together, and this is what the most successful users of AI agents understand that most people don't. An AI agent is not a replacement for thinking, it's a multiplier of thinking. The people getting the most value from these tools are the ones not handing everything over to the agent and walking away. They are the ones who define sharp goals, build clear processes, review outputs critically, and iterate. They treat the agent like an extremely capable new hire who needs clear direction, not a magic system that figures everything out on its own. The tools exist, the capabilities are real. The difference between those who get transformative results and those who get mediocre ones is almost entirely in how they work with the agent, not which agent they chose. Pick the right category for your problem, apply the evaluation criteria, start with one specific use case, get it working, then expand. The agents are ready. The only question is whether you are.